Hey there, Cardfight people, Wishback Jumpster here, and today we are going to be talking about Grade 3s in Pale Moon. This is the first of a new series I'll be starting called Know Your Clans, and basically I'm going to start with Pale Moon, and I'm going to work through all the clans and discuss all the different Vanguard choices you have, all the different rearguard options you could do, Grade 2s, Grade 1s, and basically just help you get a better knowledge of the game if you're a beginner, or if you're a more advanced player. There will be other people to have discussions with. Possibly I will get people from my locals who are experts in their own clan to actually do this segment with me. So, as a natural standing of things, I'm going to be starting with my clan, Pale Moon. Yay! And as you can see, at the minute there are currently 8 Grade 3s you can play with. So what we're going to do is we're going to go at each card, talk about their abilities, talk about their power, talk about their role in a Pale Moon deck, and also what kind of Pale Moon deck they should be in, because each Pale Moon deck has its own different tricks and abilities. As you can see, I have 2 Pale Moon decks, and they do totally different things altogether. And I'll probably do a deck profile of this one, because this one's not finished yet. Not until set 5 anyway. So we're going to start with cards that you'd like to have in the Vanguard circle. So from here, there are 6 choices that well, 7 kind of, because he's pretty cool. There's 6 choices, sorry, because Alice on the Vanguard circle's naff. So basically we're going to start with the set 3 cards, and then we'll work through this. So just clear these away. Okay, we'll start with the rare from set 3, Barking Manticore. Now, why would a rare, be considered a really good Vanguard? I mean, most decks run like double R's and triple R's, and they're like, oh, they're amazing. But this guy's actually one of the best Vanguards in Pale Moon, I think. So let's have a look at what his ability does. During your turn, if you have a card named Crimson Beast Tamer in your soul, this unit gets plus 3000. When this unit is placed on the Vanguard circle, draw a card, choose a card from your hand and put it in your soul. So, what possible combos can we have with this guy to help your Pale Moon deck run better? Or better yet, make your Pale Moon deck run smoothly. Sorry, autofocus. First of all, his 3000 power game with Crimson Beast Tamer in the soul is fantastic. But, as you can see, there is the issue that it needs Crimson Beast Tamer in the soul. So, how do we fix this? Well, his second ability does this for you. If you don't have a Crimson Beast Tamer in the soul and you're getting incredibly desperate, you haven't got any purple pieces to put any in the soul either by calling, or you haven't got any other method of doing so, you can ride this guy, pray you draw Crimson Beast Tamer, put it in the soul, and your deck will be primed and ready to fight. Not only this, but he puts 2 cards in the soul when he's ridden instead of 1, because usually when you ride you get your rear guard in there, so he's in the soul. So yeah, Barking Manticore, fantastic cards. Pale Moon styles that I'd suggest you run him in. If you're running the Crimson Beast Tamers, I suggest you always run him at 1. If you don't run him at 1, then at least make sure you've got a way of soul charging continuously in the deck, or you've got some method of putting Crimson Beast Tamer in the soul after you've ridden past Grade 2. Because if you haven't got it in your soul, your deck will be weak. It will be weaker, and of course the Crimson Beast Tamer stuff is the core of all Pale Moon stuff. Especially if you're running, well, the Crimson Beast Tamer card will be the core of your deck if you run the Crimson Beast Tamer. It's like a power cell that gives the deck all of its energy. It's too good. So that's Barking Manticore. If I missed anything out, feel free to comment below about Barking Manticore. Next we'll move on to my favourite Pale Moon Vanguard, Dusk Illusionist Robert. You say Robert because Pale Moon are all French for some reason, like this is Alice. Anyway, so now we've seen one style of Pale Moon Vanguard, which is all power. This one's, I like to class under, when you're playing Pale Moon, I like to class Pale Moon under 3 different categories. 4 categories. Swap, Soul Charge, Power, and Utility. Now, you'll be asking, oh, well, what qualifies as a utility card? Well, Robert is the perfect example of this. Robert is a Vanguard who has a Mega Blast, and at the beginning of your main phase you get a Soul Charge 1, already looking good, and then you look at the top card of your deck and put that card on the top or the bottom of your deck. His second ability, sorry I was getting my breath back, is focus camera, focus. Put all of your opponent's grade 1 or less rear guards into his or her soul for a Mega Blast. Soul Blast 8, Mega Blast, Counter Blast 5. So, the reason why I class this guy's utility is because he gives you the opportunity to get off all your abilities, or to help set up. For example, let's say we have Robert as a Vanguard and Alice is our rear guard, and we go, Robert skill, check top card, oh look, it's a stand trigger, yay! So what we're going to do now is, of course, we know we've got that stand trigger with Robert, so we can attack with Alice. Oh, well, you mean you blocked my Alice? Oh, you dick. So you got to attack with Robert, evil smiley face, stand Alice, yay, power to Alice. And then you get to attack with Alice again. He basically just gives the opportunity to be able to use on-hit abilities in the Pale Moon deck to their fullest potential by looking at triggers and being able to know where they're coming up, or getting the cards that you need to make sure you set up. The type of Pale Moon deck I suggest you play Robert in. You can run the Crimson Beast Tamers with him because he has a constant soul charging, so you have the chance of putting them in. But I wouldn't make them the main focus of your deck, so don't run like, unless you're going to run at least 2 Black Core, 2 Robert, and all that other stuff. But he's more handy in a deck where you focus on attacking more than 3 times a turn. So you run Purple Trapezist, Midnight Bunny, you can get away with running Jumping Glen, I guess. And basically, yeah, Robert's quite cool because he makes stuff stand. And in set 9, he's going to get, there's going to be some cool stuff in set 9 that helps use Robert's ability more, because what another cool trick is, and people forget this, is with Robert, if you run cards like Skull Juggler, Nitro Juggler, and the other soul charges, well, I was going to say Black Monaco, but you need to ride him, lol, it's early, yeah, you can check the top card and be like, I will leave this on top. Your opponent thinks, oh crap, it's a trigger, then you can just, like, I don't know, call a Skull Juggler, and then soul charge that card if you know what it is. Like if it's a Crimson Beast Time and you want a soul, just Skull Juggler, Nitro Juggler, soul charge, yay, it's in the soul. So Robert's also very good at being able to help set up your bigger plays for later as well, because you can check what's on top, call your Skull Jugglers and soul charge. However, this is very situational. I wouldn't recommend focusing the whole deck on this, because you need to be able to, you know, call stuff out as well, and you need, like, Alice and stuff. Okay, so that's Robert. Again, if I've missed anything out, leave comments below. But, yeah, Robert's one of my faves. Next card we're going to look at, this is just part 1, by the way, part 2 will be set 7 cards. I'll do the promo as well after this, because, you know, it's the promo, and he's not really in the set. But the next card, and of course, in my opinion, one of the best cards in Pale Moon, well, she can be one of the best. You just need to set her up correctly. It's Nightmare Doll Alice. Na, 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 na. This is my triple arm. SP's in my deck, unfortunately, but look how shiny she is and how pretty she is. Anyway, Nightmare Doll Alice. 10k base. You know, Pale Moon crit. But what does she do? For new people, because a lot of people play against Pale Moon and they don't know what the tricks are, so they go, oh yeah, sure, I'll let Alice hit. Wouldn't recommend it. So she has an auto ability. Campbell's Run puts units in the soul. When this unit attack hits, if you have a Pale Moon Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose a Pale Moon other than a card named Nightmare Doll Alice from your soul and call it to the R. Now, people are thinking, well, why is that a good ability? Okay, let's say this is our Vanguard circle, and we have those 2 in soul. And we've just done Robert's thing, so we know we've got a stand trigger to guarantee a hit. Well, what we can do is we can go attack, drive check, stand Alice again, who's over here, and then we can attack again with Alice, and let's say they haven't got enough to guard, or we snipe a rear guard. Use Alice's ability, Counter Blast. She goes in, and then we're like, well, what happens now? Well, we target a card other than her, and bring it out. Now, because it's just been newly called, the unit is stood, which means you get another attack, which is really good, because then you know that you're going to get that last card out of your opponent's hand that they couldn't stop Alice with, or you're guaranteed to hit again. Very nice, and this is the main focus of Pale Moon, is the ability to soul swap. Now, before I mentioned power, utility, soul charging, and swapping, as you can see here, we've got an example of 3 of them. We got power, we got utility, and we have soul swapping. These 3 are usual good traits, and of course these 2 both fit into the soul charging category as well. So overall, these 3 are very good cards. And when set 3 came out, Pale Moon was a very nice, very strong clan to run before anything else. Black Core was of course the must-have Vanguard because it reached over 20k with Bunny behind it, and it reached 22k with a primed turquoise beast tamer behind it. But I'll look at the tamer stuff in another in another episode. So that's the first episode. I hope you guys like this little video. I have not answered one question, which is, what kind of deck would you run Alice in? Well, if it's the only rear guard you've got, every Pelman deck. But don't run too many, because if you have to ride it, you are in a lot of trouble. Cheers guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and all that usual YouTube malarkey. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial of Pelman Grade 3s from set 3, and I hope you enjoy my set 7 one, which is going to be uploaded later today. Thank you. Wishback Jumpster out.